So guys, inspiring conversations is always very interesting, and especially when you come across entrepreneurs who are not the first or second generation but the third generation and operating with the fourth generation. A lot of families having legacy of 300 years, 400 years.
I think we were doing about 12 countries when I joined the business, and now we're doing 45. And we're not a small firm anymore. And people know that we're a force to reckon with. Is there that many Indian people there who are praying every day using agarbattis? And I answer by saying no. Everybody in the world use agarbattis for different purposes. When the agarbatti burns, it leaves behind a long-lasting ambience. The kind of ambience and atmosphere that an agarbatti creates cannot be created by an aerosol or a candle.
You can't go wrong even with one stick.
We may be producing 10 million sticks a day and lakhs of agarbatti boxes a day, but the customer buys only one. And he wants that box to be perfect. So offerings are made to God.
The factory is like a temple for them.
Brilliantly focused young couple, and they breathe the business that they do, and they are so passionate, it is visible. So guys, inspiring conversations is always very interesting, and especially when you come across entrepreneurs who are not the first or second generation but the third generation and operating with the fourth generation simultaneously. It's a very interesting line of insights that can throw lights on how operations happen in these kind of organizations. And India also, being a developing country, is moving towards the developed country, and over there we are used to a lot of families having legacy of 300 years, 400 years. So this is one family which is going to be going in that direction, and the name of the organization is Sarthi International. The name of the brand that they operate now, apart from multiple brands that they create for the export market, is called Sugandlok. The people behind the organization today in the podcast studio is my very dear friend Saptagiri Bogaram and his wife Vandana Saptagiri, and we'll dive deep into how business happens in a very different sector that we are going to be covering for the first time. That is the business of incense sticks, agarbattis that we call generally in the country. So welcome to the show, Saptagiri and Vandana. I'm sure you must have shared information on multiple occasions, multiple platforms, even in the print media. Here, this is a first-hand information from you about how this business operates. Friends, this organization was established in 1945, just before India got the independence, and they operate in more than 45 countries. They export to more than 45 countries. So Saptagiri, the world has between 190 to 200 countries. You have covered 25% of the world. What are the plans for the balanced countries? That's a good news because there is a lot of scope to expand.
Absolutely. So we always enjoy entering a new market, exploring new cultures, and it's always a celebration when we start exporting to a new country. So, of course, when we say 45 countries, most of the major importing countries are covered in that. But the smaller countries also, because it's always interesting and always gives you something to aspire for to enter a new country. So, looking forward, I think in the past couple of years, we are entering at least 2, 3 countries a year, and I think this should only accelerate, and hopefully, we'll be in every corner of the world soon.
So agarbatti is a very unique business model. Everybody watching this show, everybody across the world, within the country, has used incense sticks for some purpose or the other, at least once or on multiple occasions. Some people use it every single day. But people still don't know about what actually is an agarbatti. If you can throw some light on the product that you create.
So, agarbatti is basically something that produces fragrance, but it's much deeper than that. Uh, Traditionally, India is a land of ritual, a land of prayer, a land of spirituality. So, offerings are made to God. The offerings can be water, the offering can be flowers, the offerings can be fruits, and one of the most important offerings is also fragrance. So, uh, during the ancient times, Havan was much more important than now. So, the only way to appease the gods, to get the blessings of the gods, was through the Havan. And whatever you put into the Havan are the most precious and pristine ingredients, and a lot of things like rice, flowers, fruits sometimes, and a lot of aromatic herbs were being offered as an offering for God. And the Havan, is more complex, and you need a proper setup with the priest coming and all of that to happen. So every day you can't do a Havan. So how do you make a beautiful offering to God? And agarbatti was invented in that form to include all those natural ingredients, the offerings that you made to God in a convenient form. So every day you can do a mini havan at home. That is how agarbattis were invented, and we have carried forward the tradition and maintained some of the age-old practices, and also made a lot of innovations which make agarbatti a spiritual, necessity in today's prayer. And also, agarbatti has also become a lifestyle product and something that people use every day. So people ask me, you're exporting to so many countries. Like South America, Nigeria, and all parts of Africa. Is there that many Indian people there who are praying every day using agarbattis? And I answer by saying no. Whatever we export, probably less than 5% is used by the Indian community. The rest of the 95% is used by local people. So then the question is, what do they use it for? Why would they need agarbatti if it's not part of their daily prayer? So the answer is, the kind of ambience and atmosphere that an agarbatti creates cannot be created by an aerosol or a candle or any of those modern
It covers larger
devices.
area and it's faster
Not only
in
that,
changing the
yeah,
fragrance of the area surroundings
it's not
or the
fragrance,
ambience.
it's an ambience. So
Ambience.
when the agarbatti burns, it leaves behind a long lasting ambience which is very pleasant, and that kind of ambience cannot be created by aerosols or even candles. So if you want to create a spiritual atmosphere for prayer or meditation or any kind of these practices, then agarbatti is the only thing that people use. So all cultures, all religions, everybody in the world use agarbattis for different purposes. So it can be a room freshener, it can be for aromatherapy, it can be for meditation, it can be for prayer, or just to light up the atmosphere, or to get rid of malodors. It's a
Absolutely.
number one way to get rid of
Especially in the
malodors.
cities, especially in the cities which are warm, dusty, those places, this really does wonders.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. So, Saptagiri is a third generation entrepreneur in the incense sticks business, that is the agarbatti business. And his wife, Vandana, she joined the business, I'm sure, post the marriage. And we would love to know what is the role that you play at Sarthi International. And of course, the brand which is newly created by your organization called Sugandh Lok. So, what is the role that you play, Vandana?
Thank you so much. So, Sugandlok is like so the company itself is like 8 years old, and we are predominantly, into manufacturing and export. So, Sugandlok was an idea that was born very recently, because we export to so many countries, and you know how it is, the quality when you export is very different from the quality that is available domestically. So, the standard itself are very varied. So, our whole idea was, to provide the same quality of incense and the variety and the fragrance to the domestic market. Otherwise, we don't feel like we've done justice, because nowadays, the Indian markets have changed so much. People appreciate quality, they recognize it, and I'm sure we all deserve it also. Yeah, come on, we're the third growing country, developed country, and everything. So that's how the whole idea started. But oh my goodness, the response was outstanding. I think we just started with a small shop, but the it was very well received, right from packaging, colors, fragrance, and I think people loved it. And now we are seeing it like a startup where we are providing a solution to a market that has a gap with good quality fragrance. And agarbattis are meant to purify the air. They're not supposed to irritate your nose and things like people complain nowadays. So you will see the difference when you buy good quality stuff. It speaks for itself. So I think that's what it is. Like when people come to the store also, they get very excited. It's like a small, cute store, and they see the variety, like more than 105 fragrances at one stop. You get to choose, pick, smell, and yeah, it's exciting. It's a new journey.
So I was at the store yesterday and it's a phenomenal store. And the compliment that I gave was, this is the LV of the agarbatti business. The store was stunning. There was a conversation room where you have samples being shown to you. There was a unique way of experiencing different agarbattis where you could, what was that pot called? Do you have a word?
The fragrance jars.
The fragrance jars, and you could actually smell the various fragrances before you buy, have a first hand experience. That's for the people who want to walk into the store and experience the variety. The enormous quantum of variety that the store had was phenomenal. products are supposed to be good, but packaging also has a lot of emphasis in today's times, because the visual pleasure before you buy it, you'll use it subsequently after you buy the packaging. But the packaging is so interesting and so well made. It's clean designs, the wordings are sharp and clear, the foils that have been used on the packaging is very attractive, so it holds your attention. And I'm sure the agarbatti inside is equally good or better than the packaging. A lot of products get made and get sold and creates a community of loyal buyers depending on the quality of the product that they experience after they buy it. What is your quality focus as an entrepreneur? How do you ensure that the quality that you're giving is absolutely outstanding so that there is a repeat buyer, especially with the product industry? If you don't have a repeat buyer, operating the business becomes very expensive, because one terminology that we are scared of today is what is your customer acquisition cost, which gets nullified or gets subsidized if there is a repeat value of uh, incoming customers, the customer, same customer buying it repeatedly as a habit, becoming brand loyal. So as an entrepreneur, Saptagiri, what is that you look at when you make a new product or the agarbatti that you manufacture? How do you ensure quality is outstanding compared to the competition in the segment or the sector?
Well, it starts from the raw materials. As you know, Sarati International and Suganlok specialize in making traditional, handmade, handcrafted agarbattis. So we have more than 2,400 ingredients, and half of them are natural ingredients. And we have natural fruits, flowers, nuts, spices that we use. So choosing the right ingredients, sourcing the right ingredients is the beginning of everything. Uh, I remember, I mean, I had the pleasure of working with my grandfather for more than 15 years. And I remember that he would be sitting in front, in the middle of the factory, not in his office, where he could observe everything that's going on. And
That's
people
what
would,
your dad does now.
that's what my dad does now.
He
And
sits in the middle of the factory. It's
yes,
actually sitting in the center
yeah.
and visually controlling things, what things that are moving around in that factory setup.
Yes, so it's a combination of being professional and having everything managed, but there's a lot of personal touch. We are personally involved in every aspect of the business, and that's what drives the quality. So, what used to happen is that my father and grandfather, they used to get the ingredients and they just smell it, or sometimes even taste it, and they would say it's good or bad, right? So I found it very difficult to acquire that skill, and that kind of skill takes a long time to acquire. So within a couple of years, I made another kind of a system of a reference sample. So whatever is approved, you keep a sample in your lab, and when the new lot comes in, you
Match it.
match it for all the physical parameters, the olfactory parameters, taste, smell, whatever, and then you approve it. So we have always had a reputation as being a company which is very strict with its vendors. So not everybody wants to supply to us because they're afraid that how many lots will get accepted. But those who supply, they are loyal to us for life. And choosing the right ingredients is one part, and a QC check at every process. Uh, right from there is a multi-step process in making traditional agarbattis. The QC check happens for raw materials, in process QC check, finished goods QC check. And some of the people that train with us and our team, they become even more obsessed with us, and I kind of every single flaw is reported, and they try to be even more perfect, and we are very, very proud of what we make. So the one thing that we say is that we may be producing 10 million sticks a day and lakhs of agarbatti boxes a day, but the customer buys only one,
Absolutely.
and he wants that box to be perfect. So when we get some rejections or whatever, and some of the team members feel that we are too strict, we take an example. You go to the restaurant, they served 10,000 dosas today, but your dosa has a speck of hair in it or something, you will not accept it. The fact that other 10,000 dosas were good doesn't matter to you. Same thing with agarbattis. Everything
You
has
can't
to,
go wrong even with one stick.
yeah.
It
And
has to be precision.
also, my father always tells me that you spend most of your awake hours, your living hours in the factory, and you go home to rest and relax and sleep. So the ambience and atmosphere in the factory is even more important than home.
Absolutely.
And the cleanliness of the factory and the way we maintain ourselves, our people, is very important, because this is an offering to God. So you will not find in the factory anyone stamping on any ingredient or even a piece of packaging. You will not find anybody disrespecting even the waste. So this is something that's a sacred product for us, and we take care of it, and we treat it as such, and that gives the results, that gives the customer satisfaction and the positive feedback, and we thrive on that, and we enjoy getting that kind of feedback.
Excellent.
What happened, Rajesh? Recently, we went to South America. So the handmade incense is very popular there. So we took our samples, and all our products went. None of them could believe that these were hand rolled, because they were so, like, uniform and so good. They all like thought it was machine made.
That
But
is the expertise that you people
it's
have developed.
Yeah, in
yeah,
fact,
that's the kind
they
of
said,
artisans and
can you
skill.
ask them to not make it so perfectly so that it looks handmade?
Yeah, they want it a little bit, thick and
Rustic.
thin and yeah, rustic.
So they work with a team of almost 1,200 people. But what he just shared also notifies one important point. The quality of the vendors also matter a lot, because the quality of the ingredients supplied depends on the mindsets of the vendors who are supplying those kind of ingredients. Only then you can make an excellent product. Subsequently, your handmade talent will come in place, the machinery will come in place, the fragrance will come in place. But what matters is the input. So you have definitely regulated your vendors well. I'm sure every successful organization needs to do that and needs to be watchful about it.
And it's not not only about regulating, it's about training and carrying them
Absolutely, even the
forward.
vendors get trained.
Yeah, so a lot of people, come to my dad, and now they started coming to me just to understand how to make things better. So we have this
Absolutely.
conversation. It's not that a lot got rejected or whatever. So they learn from us, and we train with them, and we work with them for years together to bring up the quality. So that helps them to kind of elevate, to not only supply to us but to anybody they want. And that's something that we enjoy doing and that people come to us for.
So we all need to recognize one fact, that vendors are also a part of our team. The only difference is they are external team members, but they are also a part of our team. You shared a very interesting point. You said that you worked with your grandfather, who was a founder of the organization, for 15 long years. And subsequently, obviously, for the rest of your period, you have always worked with your dad. What is the leadership difference between these two gentlemen, your grandfather and your father? What is the difference that you see between these two people? Leadership quality.
Leadership quality. Okay. So my grandfather would, I think, build a team by, tough love. Okay. So it'd be very
Tough
tough.
love.
Tough love. So it'd be very tough. And if something went wrong, he would be, screaming out of his head, and people would, be shivering. But 10 minutes later, they're completely fine, and they know they're being taken care of, and why, he's kind of doing this. So my father more of a person who trains and inspires. So he'll spend a lot of time, like, he will know about the family background of the person. He will know what's the situation at home, how many kids are there, what they're studying, and he will know every person's in and out.
So that bonds him with the
That
people,
bonds
and
him
the
with the
people bond
people.
with him.
Yeah, so he also asks all kinds of questions, and he knows each person's background, and he does a lot of personal touch with him, and that's how he manages.
Excellent. The counter question to you, Vandana, is you are seeing two gentlemen in action,
How
your
did-
father-in-law and your husband.
Yeah.
What do you see the differentiating factors as far as leadership goes?
Yeah, I've actually worked with his grandfather also. So all
Oh,
three men.
all three.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he can't comment on himself.
Yeah.
So you are the
Yeah.
audience who has seen three generations in action.
Yeah.
What are your readings about these three leaders?
They're all perfectionists, Rajesh, and it becomes so difficult for the rest of us to catch up and to cope up and to meet up their standards. Yeah, but they're all very, very passionate. They see this business not just as a business, but for them it's like worship. The factory is like a temple for them. So that's why that discipline and the cleanliness, everything matters. So yeah, there's a lot, like he said, grandfather's tough love, and my father-in-law is very inspiring. And Giri is very practical. He's very ambitious. There's a lot of, ideas, aggression in his, work. So he wants to conquer the world. But I keep telling him, you think you're a superhero, but,
But you should also believe you're a superhero.
yeah,
What is
that's what
wrong
he
in that?
believes. But, yeah.
So he wants to keep capturing more countries, huh? It's
Yeah,
like conquering by business.
yes, countries, products, ranges. I mean, yeah.
So Giri, what is the Giri? Saptagiri is known as Giri also. So that is the shortcut of his name. That's what she has done, I guess. So we'll also stick to that. Giri, what is the value addition that you did as a third generation entrepreneur? Something that your grandfather started, something that your dad developed and is still developing.
Yeah.
I think he holds the fort back home
Yeah.
here in the country, in the factory, which is also very much important and required.
Yeah.
What is the value addition that you did as a third generation entrepreneur? I'm sure your father is more educated than your grandfather. You are more educated than your father. Your children will be more educated than you. She has also joined the business. Anjali, I just met her yesterday. So, what is the value addition that you did what your dad didn't do?
I think, third generation coming in, I brought in a lot of systems and processes and accountability.
Also, scale.
Also scale, definitely scale. We were always doing a good job wherever we are doing, but we expanded. I think we were doing about 12 countries when I joined the business, and now we're doing 45. I think the scale has been, I don't know, 100-fold or more, and we're not a small firm anymore.
Yeah.
And people know that we're a force to reckon with. Our brands are registered around the world, and everywhere we go, we make sure we have a very, very good solid mark. But in the factory, systems, processes, and the professionalism that what we want to do, and also delegation. So that is always difficult in a family business. So I brought in the delegation where
So, is it delegation with authority or just delegation with responsibility?
every year I have a target
Mhm.
that how much I should delegate, what I should delegate.
So, you delegate with you delegate responsibility with authority, or you retain the authority?
I try to do with authority. I want them to kind of
Take the onus.
take the onus, make mistakes, learn, and take decisions. So first thing is letting them do things. Second thing, having systems and processes. Now the thing is that you decide what do you think is works. You guys have got experience. That the team function, and I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing that where I don't tell them what to do, and I enjoy them taking ownership and coming up with better ideas than me, and that's what I enjoy. So the team play, the whole structure is what I have brought in the factory.
So the soul of the business is always the people involved in the business. And today you are a 1200 people team. That is 1200 families. That is multiplied on an average by 5. That is a quantum of people directly associated with the organization. 80% of them are women. So Vandana, how do you make sure that they are well taken care of? They are motivated. They are self-inspired to be a part of the organization, which is growing with leaps and bounds. How do you ensure doing that? What are your HR policies to ensure that all of these 80%, not only the 100%, but especially the 80% women, they are taken care of? What do you do to do that?
So we have a lot of policies in place, not because of any rules, regulations, or by law, but by interest, by passion, and by humanitarian grounds. So we have creche for people who want to come, and with small children and things like that. And we also provide food for all the employees, right from like lunch and everything, a proper lunch.
So there is a proper canteen in the factory which takes care of their
Yes.
Yes.
food hassles are not there for the
Yes.
employees.
Yes, absolutely. And there is sexual board on sexual harassment and things like that. And we also run an NGO called World of Women,
Mhm.
where our primary focus is on menstrual management among rural women across India. So we provide them with sanitary napkins and like panty soap, like a whole year's supply of, menstrual requirements. So we educate them on cervical cancer awareness programs. So we have a lot of workshops and programs also.
So you're deeply involved with that.
Yeah, and we did like an eye screening program recently. So there is a lot of education, and during festivals, they do all the rangoli, they decorate the whole place and things like that. Yeah, so we provide a very safe and a wholesome place for the women, which is the most important thing as women. And yeah, like the women empowerment runs right from the labor workforce to the leadership board. So I think the whole scenario of women empowerment is changing in India, compared to the whole world, because I think we are way far ahead. We see women changing from supporting partners to equal partners. And in India also, there are a lot of women founders nowadays on leadership boards. And I think that speaks a lot about progress.
Excellent. So these are insights which I'm sure many of us do, but when we hear somebody else sharing their experience, it reconfirms the route that we are traveling. And if there is slight deviation in whatever we are doing, probably we get inspired to again travel on the same right route. Emotional bonding with the teams, with the people is critically important. Only then you can create a product that is world standard, best quality, and people getting used to it as a brand which becomes a part of their life. That's what you have done with your organization and the new brand that you have created, that is Sugandh Lok. Giri, you have always been in international markets. There is high competition in this sector. There are a very few top players. You can count them in the top 10 list in the country. But a lot of unorganized market operates in this sector also, because historically agarbatti is a part of our culture. Many religions religiously use agarbattis in their daily life, because as Indians we are used to a daily prayer. People might be using it once, or at least a minimum of once, but there are people who might pray 2 to 3 times, and every time they use an agarbatti. So it's a huge market. When I did my research, I realized that this industry today is 8 to 12,000 crores in the country, where there are only top 10 players who are recognized ones and a lot of unrecognized ones. It is said that this industry is growing 8 to 12% every year. It is said that by 2032, this industry is going to double up, almost $2.1 billion. So that's almost double the size. It will cross 20,000 crores. Your share in the industry or in the sector is also going to be growing. What is it that you learn from your competition? And what is it that the competition must have learned from you as an entrepreneur in the agarbatti business?
I think we've always been a leader in quality products and also packaging. So even before there was Illustrator or Corel Draw, my dad used to sit down with the designers and explain to them what to draw and how to do, and we've always been recognized as the company with the best packaging and best presentation,
I totally agree to that.
and that continues even now. And we made a lot of innovation on how agarbattis should be stacked and displayed. We made a self-opening display which was patented for more than 10 years, and then we have a dual display kind of thing, which is very simple, low cost thing, which looks very attractive, which is copied by everybody in the industry now. And the kind of cutting edge use of materials and packaging design is what we're always known for, which I'm sure would have inspired at least a few of the competitors. And what we learn from competition is the unique way of marketing products. Online sales, we never thought would drive a big volume, but we know online is a very big sector now, and it's going to drive a lot of volume for us. It's already doing so, and it's going to be a big factor for us in growing the business. So these are the kind of things that we learn, yeah, and then try to be on top of the game.
Excellent.
I think, more than that, we've also there's a lot of contribution from our end that takes agarbatti as products beyond just for religious purposes or, prayers. I think because of some of the products that we have launched, I think, the quality and, everything, departmental stores buy from us, and probably in their own name and things like that. We sell to Tesco's and things like that. So and
White labeling.
white labeling,
White
yes.
labeling also, and yeah, like she said, large supermarket chains, department stores buy from us, and
Spa,
yeah.
chain of spa stores and pharmaceutical stores. And so it's, I think what Giri has actually contributed is more than just religious. So people actually see this as very aromatic products and products that they can use for various occasions. And some of the healers buy incense. And we also have a series where like now weed is very legal in a lot of countries.
US especially.
Yeah, so there is a whole series of incense where it's used or created to cut off the smell of weed. So it's meant for that. So that is also very unique, and so the
Like there are
diversity
medicines
is
available for hangovers.
Yes.
correct.
So similarly, what you're doing is with the agarbatti,
Yeah.
you cut off that
Cut off
bad
the
smell.
Yeah,
bad
because
smell
only
from
smoke
marijuana.
can kill
Yeah.
smoke. So, this incense is meant to, cut off the smoke of weed.
So I've been their customer for many years, at least 4 years, I think. And I
Yeah.
must have bought thousands of boxes for gifting purposes.
Yeah.
I get it branded with my company's brand, that is Global St. Angelo's group of companies. And trust me, everyone who has got those boxes have requested me after the stock gets over. The boxes are huge. So it really takes some good amount of time to get them consumed. But I've got so many people requesting me that, Rajesh, if you have got a box, can I get one?
Yeah.
Matlab, that is a testimony for the quality of the product.
Absolutely.
People will feel shy to ask for it.
Correct.
But still, in spite of that, people have gone ahead and asked me because they didn't know where that would be available. Now, of course, with Sugandhlok available and the Sugandhlok being the company making these boxes, which I always distributed for the last 4 years, thousands of boxes that I have distributed. Now people can go ahead and rather than asking from me again as a repeat gift, because I can keep giving it to new people, right? They can go to the e-commerce site of Sugandhlok and place an order there, and there is also a repeat order facility where you can do it as a subscription model and keep buying repeatedly at regular time intervals when you consume those number of sticks that you buy.
Rajesh, like when we talk about, systems and, quality, it's just not about, saying that because, we are part of the whole brand and everything.
The All India Agarbatti Manufacturers Association has a standardization cell, which I'm the chairman of. And we are very proud to say that recently Agarbatti has its own standard, which is recognized by Bureau of Indian Standards. We have a BIS mark, and we will be launching the standard very soon throughout the industry. And I've been chairman of this council in the association, which is instrumental in working with the government to bring in this standard. So that's going to drive a lot of trust in the customers for this kind of product. A consumer will be protected.
Standardization will happen.
Will happen. So it's already happened. We're going to roll it out this year in 2026, and that's going to help the whole industry. So
Fantastic. So that is the right man sitting in the chair. Absolutely. How do you define your pricing strategy? Do you derive it from the calculations of your input cost, then your other expenses, and then come at a price, or do you derive it from the pricing after you study the competition? How do you derive at the pricing factor?
it's only perceived value of what the customer would pay for it. Generally, we don't look at what the competitors are doing. Is this good value for the customer? Will they be delighted to use it? Will they be happy with the value that we are generating? That's the only parameter that we use, and it has been working all this time.
It has been working all this time.
Absolutely.
Out of India, which is your biggest market?
We are the largest player in Europe. I think markets like Spain, where we have more than 50% market share, markets like UK, which is the same, and we do very well in Europe. But outside of Europe, we do a lot of business in South America, a lot of business in Africa, and of course, traditional markets like Singapore, Malaysia, we've been there for 45 years.
Your first export of your company was in 1968, and that was to Nigeria.
Yes.
Now that really took me by surprise that Nigeria was the first country where you exported, a country in Africa. So they also use a lot of incense sticks. Is that so?
Yes, they are one of the largest consumers of incense sticks, and they don't use it for religion. They use it as a room freshener, and of course to kind of get rid of bad odors. So they need really, really strong agarbattis. Probably in terms of strength, Africa needs the strongest agarbattis that we can make.
And that's what you did. And the first exports happened in 1968.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see, the different cultures and how they use incense.
To
They
get
pray,
rid of the evil spirits and
Okay.
kind of offering
pray for
that-
protection
pray for protection.
from
yeah.
the evil. That's
Either
why they
way
have
it
all
works,
these.
it sells agarbatti. So as long as whatever might be the reason,
Yeah,
as long as agarbattis are selling, it is great.
Absolutely.
yeah.
So Sarathi International has been a brand, especially in white labeling and multiple other brands that you have like Tulsi and some other brands also to the rest of the world. Now 2-3 years back you created the concept of Sugandhlok, where you want to create and establish as an individual brand, a brand that you have given birth to, and the brand that you want to establish across the world and be retail seller rather than wholesale manufacturer. What was the thought behind that, and where have you reached now? The name, by the way, I just loved it when the first time that I heard it a couple of years back when you just started. Sugandhlok sounds so good to the ears. It is beautiful. Every Indian will relate with the word Sugandhlok. It's fragrance. I'm sure you'll explain it to the foreigners also very shortly in some different way. How did this idea happen and why did you start a brand?
The brand Suganlok was conceived by my father. The brand name was registered by him, and it means world of fragrance, and that's what our whole world is fragrance. So that's how he has conceived it, and it has already registered, and then we wanted to use it. But it marks 25 years of me working in the business, and after 25 years, I wanted to make something that I can call it my own, which I have started, because everything else we have inherited. Of course, we have grown it, but it's something that we have been handed with. So I wanted to make something on my own, and what should I do was a thought for some time, and then I realized that on every pack we used to put export quality, right? We used to put on the pack export quality. What is export quality? It means we're making something special for exports, which is better than what is generally sold in India. And then after some time, I found it offensive myself, saying that why should we export the best quality and why should we sell anything inferior in India? And also, India has changed. The kind of disposable income we have, the taste for good things, quality is definitely there. So I wanted to create a premium brand which resonates with the new India, where everything is about the kind of aspiration that India has right now. So to use the best products, best packaging, best presentation, which consumers are using in every segment. So I wanted to create a brand for India, which is super premium, like you said, the LV of agarbattis. And we started this brand, and we have really brought in three generations of knowledge, tradition and culture and skill, and the latest technology and the latest designs to make something unique that we are proud of.
So it was always business which was back end. The factory was manufacturing and you were selling it wholesale across the world, including India. Now you have come into the front end, that is customer facing, where you have to communicate to the audience, explain them the fragrances, the types, the reasons when that can be used and stuff like that. Vandana, how that experience has been, because now you're front ending the customer. The actual end user is actually directly your customer. Till yesterday, he was indirectly your customer. Somebody else was selling the product manufactured by you. So how have you adjusted to this new format of doing business?
It's very contrasting, Rajesh. That's like a very traditional business, family run business. And like you said, the whole customer, it's a B2B and this is B2C. So it's very, very different. And now, business, the way you function a business, the way you run a business is also changed a lot.
Yes.
So it's not like, how we did 8 years ago, 60 years ago. So now this should be perceived as like a new brand, a new company, a new, like a startup kind of a thing. And how and this works on content, digital, online, so which is very different from manufacturing, B2B, trade fairs, and things like that. So
But we are really enjoying that part of the business, is which we are connected directly with the customer. Generally, you're talking to distributors, super stockists, or even with exports. We
Now
have
you're handling the feedback directly.
feedback directly, and both positive and negative, and we see how the customer feels that this is a part of their ritual now, and everything has to be right. And also they give us a lot of ideas and make us think, and that sometimes we are in the shop because I want to check if everything is okay. And then when customers come in, you start serving them, answering their questions and interacting with them. And I'm really enjoying being connected to the customer, finally, one to one.
One to one.
Yes,
It's better education from the customer than anybody else.
absolutely.
Fantastic, fantastic. So Sugan Lok, when I visited the factory yesterday, I saw something very interesting. What was interesting is, of course, the incense sticks were fantastic, different fragrances, the packaging was lovely, but the idea behind packaging different flavors together and making it theme based, like I saw a box which was called Sat Feras. And then when you explained to me that there are actually 7 boxes in that one gift box of Sat Feras, in which there is one box for every Fera. So what was that logic? That was very interesting. I was very impressed when I saw the concept behind the theme that you created.
So, I mean, we all know about the big Indian weddings, right?
Absolutely.
So, The weddings are a time for celebration, a time for opulence, a time for gifting, and they all people are a little bit tired of gifting dry fruits or sweets and things like that, and they need something new, and they need something which cannot be regifted, which would not people would not feel like regifting, or people would not just discard it in any way. So agarbatti is one thing, and good quality agarbatti people will always use. So how to bring that into a wedding gift? So we made two gift packs actually: Sat Feras for the North Indians and Saptapadi for the South Indians.
Oh,
So it's each fera has a meaning why we do it, and then we have 7 different fragrances, a fragrance associated
with the fera.
with the fera. So it kind of links the whole thing together. Very meaningful. When you gift it to someone, it's customizable, so where people can customize it with the bride and groom's name, and people are delighted to get it. So when they get it, oh, is this why we are doing? And then they say, okay, they call the children and say, okay, look, this is why we do this. And it's something people have found very interesting, and it's amazing fragrances that we people use, and it's a beautiful wedding gifts. Like that, she has developed a line called Shubh Vivah, so which is a
Okay.
complete wedding gifting line of
It's a
agarbattis.
big industry. Wedding gifting is huge.
Yes.
And agarbatti is entering into the gifting segment. It was always there, but now it's all the more visible. You'll be surprised that couple of gifts that I got during Diwali, people sent big hampers. There used to be 1 or 2 agarbatti boxes in those hampers, along with dry fruits and sweets and some other gifts, fragrances. There used to be, I got couple of agarbatti boxes with the.
Rightfully so, because agarbatti is very culture centric. It is part of our culture, our festivals. That's like the most apt gift
And
that
everybody loves
we
good
should.
fragrance.
Yeah, and there's no expiry date. It's not perishable.
Yeah, so one
People don't
interesting
throw it.
fact when you said this, one interesting fact is sweets have a shelf life, dry fruits have a little longer shelf life, but agarbattis, when we were discussing yesterday, I realized that the shelf life is perpetual. Like in the store, they've got a historical corner in the store. You should visit this store. It is at Gandhi Bazaar in Bangalore. I'm sure there are going to be plenty of Sugandh Lok stores across the country, which they are planning to collaborate with franchises and create a business model where people can become entrepreneurs with the support of an organization which is 8 years old. But what I realized was she showed me a bunch of agarbattis which are still there from 1945.
Yeah, 1948.
1948. The agarbattis are still there,
Yeah.
and they are thin agarbattis but still not lost the shape. They stand straight.
And they
They are
still
thin
smell
like a
good.
hair,
And they smell good
They're
also.
and
still
they
s-
still smell good. And one more thing you told me was the name of that agarbatti was Bal Bati.
Yeah, it's called bal batti because
Bal Bati, because it is bal, as thin as hair.
thin as hair. And even to this day, despite advanced technology, machines, and everything, it's not possible to make agarbatti as thin as that. So
The artisans then.
yes, was so skilled. And the incense that you saw, I think they would make 6,000 sticks in 1 kg. But today you will get 800 sticks with the best of quality in 1 kg. So that
Wow.
is a difference.
That is the difference of excellence of the
Yes.
the
workers,
old traditional
Yes.
artisans. So and this is being recognized around the world now.
Yeah.
So artisanal, before it was perfection, machine made, and every stick has to be perfect, and that
But
was
now
not
it
the
is
part.
artisanal.
Now it's artisanal.
And
So
and you are making sure that there are concentrated efforts to
yes,
increase the quantum of artisanal agarbattis.
yes,
So for Laban, for me, agarbatti is an agarbatti. I never realized it till I came across Sugandh Lok, and till I wanted to understand more about the product that you make. That there are agarbattis with bamboo, there are agarbattis without bamboo. They have some particular names. Then there is something called dhoop. There is something called something else. If you can throw light on what is these varieties of incense sticks or fragrances that people can experience from Sugandh Lok. What are the varieties like? One is agarbatti, which comes with the bamboo.
Correct.
One agarbatti with the bamboo, but in that there are 2 types. One is the dipped agarbatti, where we make the raw agarbatti, dip it in fragrance, become the dipped agarbatti, which is little more mass market, and we have the traditional masala handmade agarbattis. So this is
Masala agarbatti, what is that?
so what happens. I think the name masala comes from is because we use a lot of
Kitchen
kitchen
stuff.
ingredients
Oh,
while making this masala agarbattis. So we used to use ingredients like honey, ingredients like cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and all of these ingredients to make the agarbatti. So the spices were being used, so that's why it's called masala agarbatti. Typically, masala agarbatti is handmade, and the ingredients are so soft and so complex that it can't be machined.
Mhm.
So hand rolling the agarbatti is a skill that's passed down through generations, and we specialize in that. We are widely known as the best manufacturer of masala agarbattis in the
Wow,
country.
that's amazing.
And so that's agarbatti, masala agarbatti, and dipped agarbattis. And you have the doop sticks. The doop sticks is basically an agarbatti without the bamboo, so
Mhm.
it's molded into
Because
the shape.
religiously, many parts of the country they don't like to burn bamboos, right? That's the reason you have got dhoop battis.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a preference. This practice comes from the Jain community, but I mean, whatever the customer wants,
Absolutely.
ultimately we deliver the fragrance. It could be in the form of an agarbatti, it could be form of a dhubbatti. Then we have the small cones which burn for about 15 minutes, and it's like for a quick fragrance. These are the different forms that we have.
Then we have sambrani cups.
Yeah, we have samrani cups.
That
What is Samrani cup?
So it's a cup made with natural ingredients, and usually the filling is your loban, samrani, and a little
Okay.
bit of fragrance. So it's, I think, very intense, and it creates a beautiful atmosphere. You must have seen in the olden times, there were people in bringing some coal, and then you'd put some loban on it, and they would smoke the whole
Yes.
house to kind of purify it. Okay, so a lot of these ingredients have a purifying quality. So they're antimicrobial and antibacterial in nature. So when you do this, the ancient practice is to kind of smoke the house. Even a lot of household in South India, they do that with the babies when they're born. They put a little bit of pure samrani and burn it, and the smoke is kind of put to the babies, because it's like antibacterial, and it freshens up the whole atmosphere. So that's a little more complex to take coal and put your ingredients on it. So samrani cup is like a very convenient way to do this. So the cup completely burns with the filling on it, with the fragrance, and the smoke kind of purifies the air. So you can create a mini oven at home every day with the samrani cup. And a lot of people love that. In the kind of cities that we live, there's a lot of odors, and a lot of things from the atmosphere outside, and it's a beautiful way to purify the home. In the Americas, North America and South America, they have something called smudging. So
Okay.
they take a bundle of white sage
Mhm.
and they burn it, and the smoke comes, and the smoke with the smoke they go around the whole home to purify the home. So it's supposed to get rid of not only malodors, but it's supposed to get rid of negativity and create a positive atmosphere, bring positive vibes. And the same way that we already have the tradition of kind of smoking the home to create this, and the Havan cups are a way to do that.
So with Sugandlok as an e-commerce platform, you're also intending to put offline stores where, because of the online exposure that you are creating for the brand, automatically there will be a better footfall for the offline stores. So that's how you are going to plan the expansion of Sugandlok in the country and international.
Yes, so we have stores in Bangalore, Delhi, and Surat right now, and that has to be expanded to the rest of the country.
Okay.
So, of course, online is driving a big volume, but a lot of customers want to,
Touch and feel.
touch and feel. They want to look at the entire range. They want to experience, and these are not just shops; they're experience centers. So we have a tester for every one of those 150 products that we have. There's a tester, so you
So there are 150 types of products.
yes, 150 products, and every product can be tested. They can even be burnt on request. You can burn the agarbatti, but you can always take it out of the pack and smell it before you buy. A lot of customers enjoy doing that during Diwali season, and people want to look at the gifts and select. So the retail and online both are important channels.
And you also told me that you have got the reseller model. People who can't afford to put up a franchisee,
Yeah.
Where it will cost 15 to 30 lakhs to put up a shop. Somebody can, with as little as 50,000 to a lakh of rupees, can buy it in wholesale, since the brand is so known now, Sugandh Lok, and then they can sell it in their local area. So they automatically become entrepreneurs without any major investment. So that model is also there.
Yes.
Where they get the bulk discount, that becomes their margin when they go door to door and sell, or whichever way.
Yeah, a lot of, I mean, that again is woman driven. A lot of people ask, how can I be part of this ecosystem
Mhm.
in
That's a
a very
fantastic
simple way? So
opportunity. Fantastic.
here there's no investment and there's nothing to
They just
lose.
buy some
They
stock
just buy some stock,
at
which
discounted prices.
yeah, and then they sell in their apartments in their local communities, or sometimes there's a satsang, or sometimes there's a wedding, or sometimes there's a home function that they do, and the women sell to other women, and like it becomes part.
That's amazing. So you're empowering people to become entrepreneur, irrespective of the financial strength.
Absolutely.
At that size, so a lot of people can participate and take it big. I like the idea that you discussed with me, Vandana, about the team in. This is a facility which is happening in Bangalore. This is what you said during Diwali, that the person from the factory or the shop goes with a variety of agarbattis, home delivery basis, where they can see, feel, choose, and then buy.
Absolutely.
So that's a brilliant model. I think you should scale it up across the country. That was a pilot that you all did it in Bangalore. If you can just throw some light on that, Vandana.
Yeah, see, I mean, today people don't have the time,
Yes.
and especially when it comes to gifting, it's so confusing. There are a lot of choices, right from quality, pricing, items, what people use, cannot use, and things like that. So I think, that's when we started, like, and especially Diwali is like a packed thing, and wedding, there's so many other things that you're concentrating on. So, it becomes very difficult to, to actually spend time. So that's when we came up with this concept where, we go to your doorstep at your convenience, and we have a whole setup. Our staff, well neatly dressed in uniforms, they come with our banner and like a nice mat, and they bring you all the varieties at your doorstep at your convenience, and you can just pick, choose, smell, try, and you can order, and they will take the order, and you can just chill and relax. It will be delivered to you within, because it was in Bangalore, it was within 24 hours. Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be starting to do that in the rest of the country also, since Bangalore has been such a interestingly successful project.
Yeah.
So friends, this is legacy business, carrying on the legacy, not only carrying it on, but also multiplying it across the world, where the whole world has become your market. Any product which can travel, that's the biggest advantage of being in the product industry. And if the product is good and great and you can make it better, you have the whole world as a market. And that's what Sugandh Lok and Sarthi International is doing, trying to reach all the corners of the world. And as Indians, we feel very, very proud when we dominate the export market, especially when we are available and present in multiple countries. Agarbattis, like you must have heard about in the conversation, has got no shelf life. So, which means it can also be as a legacy of the family, as customers also. You can buy the stock and keep consuming it whenever you want. And even if it is left behind for quite some time, nothing happens to the product. Very few products have got such kind of a feature where it can be used over a absolutely long period of time. I'm sure this organization is going from strength to strength, and their next generation also is in the business. I met Anjali yesterday, and very inspiring young girl, as enthusiastic as her mother and her father, and I'm sure she's going to add more value just the way her parents did, and take the business further. As Indians, we will always feel proud of any product that reaches multiple corners of the world, and that's what Sugandh Lok is doing. As a parting shot, I would like to ask Saptagiri and Vandana, what's the next step? What do you see happening in the immediate near future, 5 years?
I think,
Apart from, of course, Anjali playing a very critical role in the next growth part of the company, what is your next 5 years goal?
Next 5-year goal is to make Sugandh Lok a household name,
Mm-hmm.
and to get it to every corner of India, and to kind of scale it up in a very big way, so that it becomes a brand to reckon with. That's what's going to happen in the next 5 years.
Vandana, what is the role that you're going to play in that?
Yeah, I'm looking at, having hundreds of stores across India, and not only in India but the world also. I think there's nothing like this, like an experience store of incense in even anywhere across the world. It's very unique, and I think, like you said, Indian incense is the best in the whole world, surpassing even China. So I think this will be something very unique and different, and people will enjoy. And yeah.
So I think we should all wish them the best. It's a customer-centric product, a product which is absolutely mobile, can travel any part of the world. I love their systems and the processes that they have set in, making it operate like a multinational company. When you operate more than one country, you are definitely a multinational organization with a 1,200 people workforce in the team. I'm sure that's also going to be multiplying leaps and bounds. They grow, the company grows, India as a country grows, and we will be proud Indians enjoying Sugandlok products in most parts of the world. So we wish them all the best and congratulations on this interesting journey
Thank you so
of
much.
Sugandlok.
Thank you,
Congratulations,
Rajesh.
Saptagiri.
Thank
And
you.
it was an absolute pleasure interacting with this young couple, brilliantly focused young couple, and they breathe the business that they do, and they are so passionate. It is visible in the way they express themselves on every piece of information that they were open-heartedly sharing. So looking forward to your journey and being a part of your journey at Sugandlok and Sarthi International. Wish you all the best. God bless. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
very
Thank you,
much.
friends.
So thank you, Rajesh. We have a small surprise for you.
Oh, wow.
A box of Sugandlok gifts and hampers. So we hope you
So
like it.
all that we spoke about is already there in this box.
Yes.
This is good. I should be doing this more often with you. Huh? Lovely. What I like about Sugandlok is the way they create the packaging, the creatives. It's mind blowing. The golden color. By the way, this is my favorite color.
Okay.
Oh, wow. It is as if you are giving me a marriage gift. Can I open this?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
So this is the Sugandlok luxury agarbattis. Fantastic. Okay. Welcome to the Sugandlok family. So I think with a legacy of dating back to over 75 years. That is now say 80 years, right?
Now
Yes,
80
now.
years, yes.
So does this have all the variety, Saptagiri?
It
Yes,
has
most
some of
it.
the things, some
Okay.
of the, it showcases all part of the product range.
What is Gujal?
Google.
That's
Google.
Google. So Google is a natural ingredient which is used for purifying the home. And what you're holding is the Sugandlok Google cones. The cones are used to kind of give a burst of fragrance, 15 minutes of fragrance in a beautiful way. So that's the Sugandlok cones,
Oh, wow. And this is lavender mist. Premium dhoop sticks.
dupe sticks.
Dhoop, you told me, is the one which is not having the bamboo.
Bamboo-less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's bamboo-less.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is this, Vandana?
And this is the Sambrani cups. So we have two varieties. One is the cow dung Sambrani cups. We all know that cow dung is antibacterial in nature.
See the packaging. This is a wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this cup is filled with the cow dung, mixture, and this one is called Havan Sambrani. This is very interesting because it has all the ingredients that you use for a havan,
Okay.
and the speciality of this is it has no perfume. So whatever smell that you feel is only purely about those 108 ingredients that you use in the havan. And this is very interesting. It's called Blissful Botanics, where it's hand rolled. You must open it and see it.
See the packaging. You will not feel like opening it up for some time. Oh, this is a brilliant idea. So the rubber band goes at the side and then I open up the... Wow.
And the texture in the agarbatti itself is very different. So if you open that,
So
it's
I
not
think
like a regular incense.
that's a rose agarbatti, rose blissful.
And this is hand rolled. You call it as hand rolled.
Rolled, and those are real rose petals which are
Rolled over
rolled
the
over
incense.
the sticks.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So that is the rose agarbatti. This is the lavender one. So where the lavender petals are rolled over the incense.
Fabulous. So this is the hand rolling that you give as an experience to the people who come to the store. So yesterday when I was at the store, I saw that the founder of Swiggy was sitting and rolling. In the photo I saw, he was sitting down and they had clicked him while rolling the agarbatti. So that's an experience. If you go to the Sugandlok store, you will get that experience. Fantastic. This is just brilliant packaging. As entrepreneurs, we really need to impress upon our customers on what they are getting, and packaging speaks volumes about the thoughts behind before this product was created. If you see the color combinations, the insights, the information which is printed inside, the details about the product, it's an amazing experience. And this is so brilliant. Like, you put the rubber band at the side and then you open it up. So this is Saptagiri.
Yes.
This is your brains in action.
Whatever is inside is always me, and whatever is outside is her.
Oh, so the packaging is Vandana.
She drives the package.
Let me see what else is there in the packet. So mini sticks.
Mini sticks.
Yeah,
That's for a quick prayer. A lot of people, they don't want to leave burning agarbattis unattended and leave for work. So
the short format of the long prayer.
yes,
Yeah.
so quick prayer.
2020.
Yes.
Instant fragrance, instant prayer, travel
And-
friendly.
So you do your
Easy
prayer,
for-
and by the time you get dressed, it's finished and you can leave home peacefully.
Excellent.
Easy, I mean,
excellent,
good for return
excellent.
favors.
And
So
what's that?
This is the masala agarbatti that we were talking about, where we use kitchen ingredients
Oh.
and roll it into the incense,
Mhm.
like
See
honey,
the-
cloves.
See the packaging, see the product quality. The product has to be good, the fragrance has to be excellent, but what a visual treat this is. Like, you will get fascinated and you will buy one if you see it. So amazing. So whatever we spoke in the conversation is there in this one box. So this is what smart packaging speaks about, volumes about it. So this is the gift packing which will be a hit. Thank you for this gift. I'm going to cherish this because I've already got this as a witness conversation on the camera, captured for life, as my legacy of the interaction that I had with these two great people and the lovely products that they manufacture and spread across the world. Spreading fragrances is their business. Phenomenal. So this has the cones, this has incense sticks, this has dhoop,
This
What
has
else?
the
The
masala agarbatti.
this has the masala agarbatti, and
the samrani cups.
oh, so this can be a brilliant gifting option for people. And phenomenal. Does this cost a bomb? How much does it cost? 8,000-10,000 rupees?
No.
It's
So-
only 2,200
2,000,
rupees.
Oh, just 2,200. It's for me the price, or it's for everybody 2,000?
That's the retail price. We'll work out a special price for you.
Lovely. So thank you for this, and it was a brilliant experience. I love speaking to entrepreneurs, and I love speaking to entrepreneurs who work with their passion. They wear their passion on their sleeve, and I don't call them entrepreneurs, I call them passionpreneurs. And that is what my dear friend Saptagiri is, and that is what his beautiful wife Vandana is. Passion is all about how you can roll out your thoughts into actions, convert them into products, and make them travel the world. And made in India, this is the real product, made in India, spreading fragrances to everybody in the whole world. Wish you all the best, and thank you for this once again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This isn't just food. This is how I feel when I take care of myself.
I work with the Konark Cancer Foundation. If you know of anyone who needs to do cancer treatment, please get in touch with us. Everything will be done by the foundation. You just need to get in touch with us. You just need to inform us, and we'll do everything that needs to be done to save the life. You can do the good deed just by referring somebody who needs assistance and who's suffering from cancer. The entire treatment is going to be totally free of cost. Please get in touch with us at Konark Cancer Foundation. Thank you.